buying a six-pack at Armin's, and we were walking back, holding hands.
Can we repeat what you said so we can all hear?
She was buying a six-pack at Armin's. She was holding hands.
She was buying a six-pack at Armin's.
She was holding hands.
So we were holding hands. We were holding hands. Being gay. What a great fucking community we have. I'm pretty sure that these guys walked out of the pleasure bar, and I'm not blaming the pleasure bar. They've been very helpful. So guys that came out of the pleasure bar were saying homophobic shit at us, and we were both walking across the street, and they were walking in front of us. And I guess I'll have to make this quick, maybe. So we were saying shit back to them, and right on that corner, the one diagonal from here, they were like, "What, do you have something to fucking say?" And I was like, "Well, do you have something to fucking say?" And that's when they pulled the gun and just held it while we kept kind of just being mad at each other. He held the gun there for like a minute, maybe.
Say that louder. He pulled a gun.
He pulled a gun at my face and held it there for a minute or two, and then he probably realized that if he kept holding it there, somebody would see, so he put it back in his pants, and then proceeded to threaten to pistol whip me a bunch of times if I didn't shut up. I think, if anybody else wants to talk about their experiences with that, there's, this isn't the only experience. Just last year on this same intersection, Greg got gay bashed. And I know at least 3 other people that have been gay bashed in Bloomfield. I'm sure they're not the only other ones. So
we have a great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, we
do. Younger people, older people, black people, white people, gay people, straight people, trans people, lesbian people, people of Pittsburgh who demand that we keep our city for ourselves. We have a right to hold the hand of the people that we love. And no one can stop us. We have to give our voices as loud as we can to say that we will not take abuse and harassment anymore.
Back in December, I was arrested. Yeah. And when I was arrested, I was purposefully gendered as male by Pittsburgh police officers. I was beat, I was punched by Pittsburgh police officers. When I was taken to Allegheny County Jail, I was misgendered. I had transphobic slurs made at me. I was sexually assaulted by multiple COs, by multiple Pittsburgh police officers, and nobody did anything about that. Fuck that. And when things like this happen,
get out of the street now. We're going to have to start arresting people.
When things like this happen, what happens? We're the ones who are arrested. We're the ones who are beat. We need to come together as a community and protect each other.
That's right!
so that nobody gets arrested. If you guys want to go Friendship Park, is that what you guys want?
Friendship Park! Friendship Park!
And I want us to think a little bit about queers as not people who can just have parties and throw other people in jail and die for the military because we're dying here right now, but as a people of emancipation, of a real kind of emancipation, and not just the kind that allows us to get married and die in imperialist wars. And I want to thank all of our heterosexual friends and straight friends who are here to support us. We need more of these people in our lives. We need your support. We don't have enough people having our backs in Pittsburgh. So thank you, and thanks for coming out.
This is where my friend Cena got gay bashed a few years ago at this park. Just wanted to mention that.
How many people here know someone who has been gay bashed in this neighborhood? Other than the person we're here for today. That's a lot of people. How many people love this neighborhood and don't think that's acceptable? I just want to say that whenever something like this comes up, I always think about the context of it. Lauren and her friend were picked on just because of the way that they looked and the actions that they were doing. I mean, any straight couple of, same-gendered friends can be holding hands, and that's fine. And to be discriminated against because of the way you look is a huge problem, not just for our community, but for everybody.
I just want to say I really appreciate what's going on. I was just walking past, and coincidentally, I was gay bashed 2 weeks ago. And as a result, I have a steel plate in my jaw right now. So it's nice to see that there's people out there that's willing to fight, because right now the police have the picture of the guys getting off the Port Authority bus, but there haven't been an arrest yet. And I'm wondering why have these guys hadn't been arrested and we have their picture. You know, it's not right to gay bash. You know, all I was doing was coming out of a gay bar and boarding the bus. You know, maybe I was dressed differently or whatever, but it's not my fault that I'm fashionable, you know?
I personally volunteer for the Bloomfield Development Corporation. I love this neighborhood, and I spoke with the owner of the bar. Things were on surveillance. Those jackasses were not part of this neighborhood. They were not from Pittsburgh. They have been not necessarily identified, but this isn't normal. That's not necessarily the crowd that's there. This is an amazing neighborhood. I'm going to see what we can do about getting things started, like you said, about making documentation of things like this, so there is more of a response, but we're all here for a reason. We don't want this. This is my home. This is where I shop. This is where I live. This is where I work, and it's unacceptable. And if we all stick together, make your voices really loud.
I think events like this might be useful in the future, right? Maybe we should form a list or something.
We are forming a list. If anyone wants to sign it over here, so this doesn't have to be the end, we can kind of keep up with some visibility things, all be on the same page. So if anyone wants to sign it, it's floating around over here.